Text 69. Amburavankashi Gandharva Uvarhana Namnatīte Mahakalpe Gandharvanam Susamata. I myself, Pura formerly Avam, existed as Kashit Gandharva, one of the regions of Gandharva, Uvarhana, Namna by the name Aditya long ago, Mahakalpa in the life of Brahma, which is known as Mahakalpa. Gandharvanam, among the Gandharvas, Susamata, a very respectable person. Long ago, in another Mahakalpa, millennium of Brahma, I existed as the Gandharva known as Uparana. I was very respected by the other Gandharvas. Who is saying? Naradji is sharing his previous life birth story. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada is Sri Narad Muni is giving a practical example from his past life. Formerly, during the previous lifetime of Lord Brahma, Narad Muni was one of the denizens of Gandharvaloka, but unfortunately, as will be explained, he fell from his exalted position in Gandharvaloka. Okay, yesterday we were discussing how these people go up higher tonight and they come back like this. So he fell from his exalted position as in Gandharvaloka, where the inhabitants are extremely beautiful and expert in singing, to become a Shudra. Okay, he was very great Gandharva, but what he became? He became a Shudra. Nonetheless, because of his association with devotees, he became more fortunate than he was in Gandharvaloka. So even though he was very good in Gandharvaloka, but he fell down, became Shudra. But while he was Shudra, he got association of pure devotees. That was great fortune. That was greater than being a Gandharva. Okay, being a Gandharva or other Devata or other position, that is not very important. Okay, being in the association of sadhu, great devotee, is greater than being even Gandharva and Devatas. Because Devatas are also praying to get association of Vaishnavas. Even though cursed by the Prajapatis to become a Shudra, in his next life he became the son of Lord Brahma. And because in this way he became the son of Lord Brahma. Okay. So, in this, now you see, Bhagavatam is like that. What will come where you cannot predict. Now, Naradji was a Shudra and he was in the association of devotees and he perfected his life, became a Brahma's son. This all story came in the first canto. And why he was a Shudra? This story is coming here now in 7th canto. So Bhagavatam may not be a proper kram or a chronology, but it may not be very chronological, but it is logical. Whatever is required at what place, at what time, for the betterment of our bhakti, for improving our bhakti, for nourishing our bhakti, that thing will be provided by Bhagavatam at that moment, at that place. Okay. So one should not look too much about the chronological order. What is this? What is first? What is second? So don't think everything is going on like that. Okay. Some story explained in the first canto, maybe you see now here what explained in first canto, that is later part. What is being explained in the 7th canto, that is the first part. So like that, all the stories are here there. Why they are put here there? So that whatever is needed for bhakti, that can be explained properly. Okay. The word Mahakalpe is described. For example, what I am trying to say is that you can understand, like you may have some, like in the kitchen, people who know cooking, they can understand. In kitchen, you have kept all the spices box in proper chronological order, some order. Okay. So, in order to make your curry delicious, you may not use all the boxes of spices in the same order in which they are kept there, right? You may use something first, something later, or you may use half now, half later, right? Sometimes they use little salt now, little at the end, right? Some ghee now, some at the end. So like that it is. Why you are doing all this thing? Because you want to make the curry very delicious, right? So same way this Bhagavatam needs to be very delicious. Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalaya. This Bhagavatam is very sweet rasa. So in order to make that rasa very nectarian, the Sukdev Goswami has kept all the stories in that order, so that this become very nectarian. Because the Bhagavatam Rasamalaya. Okay, so it is like that. Okay, that is why the stories are here and there, so that the final product may be. There are some spices you may not use only. So there are a lot of stories which may not be there in Bhagavatam only. They are not very useful for our bhakti. So Sukdev Goswami kept only those things which will make our experience of bhakti very nectarian. Okay, so Bhagavatam is like that. It's very nectarian. Rasa is there. Okay. The word Mahakalpa is described by Sri Madhvacharya as Atit Brahma Kalpe. Brahma died at the end of a life of many millions of years. The day of Brahma is described in Bhagavad Gita, Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Aryat Brahmano Vidu Ratrim Yuga Sahasrantam Deho Ratri Vidojana. By human calculation, 1,000 ages taken together is the duration of Brahma's one day, and such also is the duration of his night. Bhagavan Sri Krishna can remember incidents from millions of years ago. Similarly, his pure devotee like Narad Muni can also remember incidents from the past life millions and millions of years ago. Somebody may ask this that Narad Ji was a Gandharva in the previous millennium. Okay, so how come he remembers? Okay, so pure devotee can remember things. Okay, so long ago in another Mahakalpa, millennium of Brahma, I existed as the Kalpa. The Kalpa means one day of Brahma. Okay, so when Brahma sleeps in the night, Pralaya comes. All the 6-7 planets, they will be immersed in water. And then Brahma will wake up next day morning, he will see everything is fine. So he will start again something new creation. Okay. Rupa Peshala Madhurya Sogatya Priya Darshana Strinam Priyatamo Nityam Matta Swapura Lampata. Now Narad Ji is telling about his previous life. Okay. So by hearing this, you will understand that anything can happen to anyone. Okay, one may be very higher position. If you do some bad activity, he will come down. One may be very down. If he does sadhu sangha, he can become pure devotee like Narada. Okay, Rupa beauty Peshala, formation of the body. Madhurya, attractiveness. Saugandhya, very fragrant, being decorated with various flower garlands and sandalwood pulp. Priya Darshana, very beautiful to see, is Prinam of the women. Priyatama, naturally attracted. Nityam, daily. Bhakta, proud like a maiden. So, Pride, Nilosati, Lampata, very much attached to lusty desires. I had a beautiful face. Who is saying Narad? I had a very beautiful face and a pleasing, attractive bodily structure, decorated with flower garlands and sandalwood pulp. I was most pleasing to the women of my city. Okay, thus I was bewildered, always feeling lusty desires. From the description of the beauty of Narad Muni, when he was one of the denizens of Gandharvaloka, it appears that everyone on the planet is extremely beautiful and pleasing and always decorated with flowers and sandalwood. In Gandharvaloka, everybody will be wearing always a flower garland and chandan, sandalwood, they will apply all the time. Upuparana was Narad Muni's name previously. What was his name? Upuparana. So Upaparana was specifically expert. Now you remember Upaparana means Narad Muni's previous life name. So Upaparana was specifically expert in decorating himself to attract the attention of women. They will decorate themselves for attracting the opposite sex. So he was also very expert in attracting. He will decorate himself very nicely so that the women will be attracted, and thus he became a playboy, as described in the next verse. To be a playboy in this life is unfortunate because too much attraction to women will lead one to fall into the association of Shudras, who can easily take advantage of mingling with women without restriction. In this present age of Kali, when people are manda sumanta matayo, very bad because of Shudra mentality, such free mingling is prominent. Among the higher classes, Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya, there is no chance for men to mingle with women freely. But in the Shudra community, such mingling is open because there is no cultural education in this age of Kali. Everyone is spiritually untrained and everyone is therefore to be considered Shudra, Asuddha, Shudra Kalpa, Hi Brahmana Kali Sambhava. When all the people become Shudra, certainly they are very bad. Manda Sumanda Matayo. Thus they manufacture their own way of life with the result that they gradually become unfortunate. Manda Bhagya. Unfortunate, they are always disturbed by various, and furthermore, they are always disturbed by various circumstances. So many people, they 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 discover their own way. They don't follow Shastra. एकदा देव सत्रेतु गंधर्व अप्सरसांगना उपभूता विश्वस्त्र हरि गाथोप गायने. Ekada, once upon a time, they were satre in an assembly of the demigods who indeed Gandharva of the Gandharvaloka Apsarasam and the inhabitants of Apsara Loka Gana all Upahutta were invited to Saripudi by the great demigods known as Prajapatis Gatha Upadayane on the occasion of Kirtan for the Supreme Lord. So this Gandharva Upaparana was very nice singer. Gandharvas are generally very great singers. So once there was a Sankirtan festival to glorify the Supreme Lord in an assembly of demigods. Hari Gatha Upadayane. It was specifically for glorification of Lord Krishna, Hari. Okay. So once there was a Sankirtan festival to glorify the Supreme Lord in an assembly of demigods, and the Gandharvas and Apsaras were invited by the Prajapatis to take part in it. Sankirtan means chanting of the holy name of the Lord. The Hare Krishna movement is not a new movement as people sometimes mistakenly think. People think Hare ISKCON is very new. No, it is very old. Okay. So the Hare Krishna movement is present in every millennium of Lord Brahma's life, and the holy name is chanted in all the higher planetary systems, including Brahmaloka and Chandraloka, and not to speak of Gandharvaloka and Apsaraloka. All the planets is being there. Hare Krishna Sankirtan. The Sankirtan movement that was started in this world 500 years ago by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is therefore not a new movement. Sometimes because of our bad luck, this movement is stopped. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his servants again start the movement for the benefit of the entire world or indeed the entire universe. Okay. So there was a nice Sankirtan arrangement, and they called this Gandharva Upavarna. Okay. Amcha gayansta vidvan istrivi parivrito gata ज्ञात्वा विश्वसृजस्तन्मे हेलनं शेपुरो जसा यायितं शूद्रतामाशु नष्ट श्रीकृत हेलना. Narad ji only telling, I myself chant Gayan, singing the glories of the demigods rather than those of the Lord. Tat Vidwan, knowing very well the art of singing Strivi by women, Parivrita, being surrounded, Gata, Mental, Gyatva, knowing well. Vishwasraja, the Prajapatis, to whom the management of universal affair was entrusted, that attitude of my singing name, my Hirna, negligence, Shepu, curse, Ojasa with grateful Yahi, become Swam, you, Shudratam, Shudra, Asu, immediately, Nasta, devoid of Sri, beauty, Hirna, because of etiquette. Narad Muni continued, being invited to that festival, I also joined, and surrounded by women, I began musically singing the glories of the dead gods. Okay, because of this, the Prajapatis, the great dead gods, in charge of the affairs of the universe, forcefully cursed me with these words. Because you have committed an offense, may you immediately become a Shudra, devoid of beauty. As far as Kirtan is concerned, the Shastra says, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. One should chant the glories of the Supreme Lord and the holy name of the Supreme Lord. Okay. So, Shravanam and Kirtanam Vishnu should be done for the glorification of Krishna. Okay. So, one should chant the glories of the Supreme Lord and the holy name of the Supreme Lord. This is clearly stated. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. One should chant about and glorify Lord Vishnu, not any demigod. Unfortunately, there are foolish people, persons who invent some process of Kirtan on the basis of demigod's name. So there is no Kirtan recommended like on the name of demigod. Kirtan means about Krishna. That's it. No other Kirtan. This is an offense. Singing other Devata's name in the Kirtan is an offense. Kirtan means glorifying the Supreme Lord Krishna, not any demigods. Sometimes people invent Kali Kirtan or Shiva Kirtan, and even big sannyasis in the Mayavad school say that one may chant any name and still get the same result. Some people say chant any name, your own name you can chant. But here we find that millions and millions of years ago, when Narad was a Gandharva, he neglected the order. What order? To glorify the Lord Krishna. And being mad in the association of women, he began to chant otherwise. Thus, he was cursed to become a Shudra. His first offense was that he went to join the Sankirtan party in the company of lusty women. So one should not go to satsang or this all with so many girlfriends and all like that, boyfriends, okay, with lusty women. So that was the first offense, that he went there with a lusty woman, and as if he is going for some party. It's Sankirtan satsang program, and he is going with so many lusty women. And another offense was that he considered ordinary songs. He started singing just like cinema songs and other such songs to be equal to Sankirtan. He thought Sankirtan means they called him, he should sing Krishna's glory, but he started singing just like some songs. Okay. And songs which were glorifying other devatas. So for this offense, he was punished with Shudra. So nowadays you see a lot of people are there. It will be a Sankirtan program, satsang program, and in that satsang program, what they will do, that they will make demigod song. They will sing Devata song, or sometimes they will sing even film songs, cinema song also, and they will do only to attract the women. So all these people are doing offense. तावद्यस्यामहं जज्ञे तत्रापि ब्रह्मवादिनां शुश्रूष्यानुषंगेन प्राप्तोऽहं ब्रह्मपुत्रताम्. Tavat, since being cursed, Dasyam, in the womb of a maidservant, I Jagya took birth Tatrapi, although being a Shudra, Brahmavadinam, unto persons well conversant with the Vedic knowledge, Suskushaya, by rendering service Anusangena, simultaneously, Prapta obtained I Brahmaputratam, a birth as a son of Lord Brahma in this life. Although I took birth as a Shudra from the womb of a maidservant, why? Because he got cursed. I engaged in the service of Vaishnavas, but after becoming Shudra, he was serving Vaishnavas who were well versed with Vedic knowledge. Consequently, in this life, I got the opportunity to take birth as the son of Lord Brahma. Okay, he was a Gandharva. He did offense. What offense? That in satsang he chanted. He did cinema song or Devta's kirtan, and he got cursed. He became Shudra. While being Shudra, he served great Vaishnava, and he became next life son of Brahma. The personality of the supreme personality of Godhead says in Bhagavad Gita, "Mami Patya ye pishu papyonya spiyo vaishnava te pyanti paramgati." O son of Pratap, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, as well as Shudras, can approach the destination. It doesn't matter whether a person is born as a Shudra, a woman, or a Vaishya. If he associates with devotees repeatedly or always sadhu sangena, he can be elevated to the highest perfection. Okay, so one should not think that I am a Shudra, I am a woman, I am a businessman, and I am a child, I am a this that, so I cannot become devotee. It would have been nice if I would have been in the body of a boy or a brahmana, so it would be easy to become a devotee. No, anything it is there, whether Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaisya, Sudra, or man, women, or whatever. The point is, are you in the association of devotee or not? So if you are serving great devotees, then you can very quickly elevate yourself to the highest perfection. But you see, even Gandharva Loka, he was in the association of lusty women. He fell down. Okay, but when he was a Shudra body, he was in the association of pure devotee. He became Brahma's son, Maharshi Narada. So you see, this is the power of association. So make sure, check whom you are associating with. You know, who are your association? So because your association will affect your activities, and your activities will affect your future, your bhakti. So make sure that you are always in the association of sadhu, devotees, Vaishnavas. Without the association of Vaishnavas, nobody can become devotee. That's true. Okay, fine. So if you are physically not able to take association, at least take through Vani. There are two types of association, Vapu and Vani. Vapu means physical association, living with the devotees, serving them, feeding them, massaging them, cleaning their room. All this is like Vapu Seva. Vani Seva means hearing from them. Okay, and hearing their instruction, following whatever they said. You may live some very far, but whatever they said, you should do it. Narad Muni is explaining this in relation to his own life. The Sankirtan movement is important for regardless of whether one is Shudra, Vaishya, Plecha, Yavna, or whatever. If one associates with a pure devotee, follows his instruction and serves the pure devotee, his life is successful. This is Bhakti. Anupulene Krishnanu Silanam. Bhakti consists of serving Krishna and his devotees very favorably. Anya Vilashta Shunyam. If one has no desire other than to serve Krishna and his devotees, no desire. Only desire is that I want to serve Krishna and Krishna devotee. Then his life is successful. This is explained by Narad Muni through this principle, practical example from his own life. Dharmaste grahe mediyo varnita papana shnagrasto yen patni padavim anjasa nyasnamiyat. Dharma, that religious process take to media, also affected to the household life. Varnita explained by me, papana, the destruction of Grasta, household life. Dena by which padavi, the position anjasa very easily nyasnam of those in the renounced order of life can obtain. The process of chanting the holy name of the Lord is so powerful that by this chanting, Even householder, grahasthas can very easily gain the ultimate result achieved by persons in the renounced order. Even grahasthas can, they should not think, Arey, I am grahastha, I cannot become pure devotee. No, just power of chanting you should see. Chanting can make anybody pure devotee. Maharaj Yudhishthir, Narad ji saying, Maharaj Yudhishthir, I have now explained to you that the process of religion. Okay. So ultimately is chanting. This is confirmation. This is a confirmation of the Krishna consciousness movement. Anyone who takes part in this movement, regardless of what he is, can gain the topmost result achieved by a perfect sannyasi, namely Brahmagyana, spiritual knowledge. Even more important, he can advance in bhakti, devotional service. Maharaj Yudhishthir thought that because he was a grahastha, there was no hope of his being liberated. And therefore he asked Narad Muni how he could get out of entanglement. But Narad Muni, citing a practical example from his own life, established that by associating with devotees and chanting the Hare Krishna, associating with devotees, chanting Hare Krishna mantra, any man and woman or anyone, any condition of life can achieve the highest perfection without a doubt. So you are a woman, you are a man, you are a Brahman, you are a Sudra, whoever you are grahastha or sannyasi. Two things is very, very important. Association of devotees and chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Then your life can be successful. Okay, so in this way, Narad Ji has explained to Maharaj Yudhishthir. Okay, very nice. Now 75, 76, 77. Three shlokas Narad Ji will explain the glory of Pandavas. Very, very, very nice and wonderful, important shlokas. These three. यूयं निलोके बत भूरि भागा लोकं पुनानां मुनयो भियन्ति येषां ग्रहाणावसति साक्षात् पूर्णं परं ब्रह्म मनुष्यलिङ्गम्. यूयं, all of you Pandavas, nirloke, in this. Okay, it will be disconnected now. You can rejoin. Okay.